morning, dear students. So last class we have discussed structure and uses of various compounds, isn't it? So we have discussed the structure and uses of ethanoic acid, citric acid, tartaric acid, oxalic acid, etc. So now we are going to discuss the remaining compounds which are in the acids. Okay, so which is a part of fifth chapter. So salicylic acid is a type of beta hydro. So we are going to discuss on the salicylic acid. So salicylic acid is a type of beta hydroxy acid. So salicylic acid is beta hydroxy. So how can you say that this is a beta hydroxy acid? Because salicylic acid is having the both the functional groups OH and COH. I think you people can remember. So while we have discussed the rules of IUPAC names, isn't it? So whenever the compound is having both OH and COH, then you have to give the priority to acid. So the acid is a 1 and next carbon is 2. And the main functional group which is attached to the carbon is called as a first carbon, alpha carbon, and the carbon which resides behind the alpha carbon is a beta carbon, isn't it? So that's why this is a beta hydroxy acid as well as phenolic acid. So phenolic acid is nothing but, so this benzene which is attached with OH is a phenol, and it is also attached with the COH, that's it, that is acid. So this is a phenolic acid, and which is having the chemical formula that is C7H6O3. And this BHA, so salicylic acid is also called as a BHA, and which is a natural compound found in plants. So which is secreted as a plant hormone, and which is a lipophilic in nature, and which is a derivative of salicin metabolism. And by properties, it is a crystalline in nature, which is having the keratolytic, bacteriostatic and fungicidal properties. So whenever we are telling the compound is having both bacteriostatic, fungicidal properties, that means when the compound is taken in large amounts, that will definitely act like a poisonous. Okay, so whenever you are telling the compound that it is having the bactericidal, fungicidal, germicidal, then you have to consider that the compound, whenever we take that compound in large amounts, that will definitely have the poisonous effect. And it is also used as an antiseptic, as well as it can be used as a food preservative. So just now ma'am told it is a poisonous, but again she's telling that it is a food preservative. Why? Because this salicylic acid, when taken in very small quantities, it will act like a preservative. But when it taken in a moderate quantities, it will be act like a fungicide. But when that quantity is consumed, that will definitely act like a poisonous. I think you people got my point, isn't it? So it consists of carboxylic acid group as well as OH group, and which is odorless and crystalline and colorless. And coming to the uses, so it is used in a toothpaste as an antiseptic, and it is used in a medical field in order to remove the outer layer of the skin. So that's why this is a keratolytic. Keratolytic is nothing but, so what is meant by keratolytic? So keratin lytic, keratin which is mainly found in a so skin, nails as well as on the hair. So whenever you need to remove the outer layer of the skin. So what is the need to remove the outer layer of the skin? So generally in order to beautify the skin, mostly in the beautification, generally they used to remove the unwanted skin, or already that is in order to remove that outer layer of the skin, in order to beautify the skin, they generally use this, or in order to remove the unwanted skin. So in medical field, they generally use to remove the unwanted skin which is present. So it is used in the treatment of acne, dandruff, as well as on the breath, and it is used as a preservative, and it is used in the dimethyl phthalate of a drugs like aspirin, and it is used as a balm to reduce muscles and the joint pain, and it is used to relieve pain caused during mouth ulcer, and it is used as a key additive in skincare dimethyl phthalates. So you people can observe, whenever we are discussing about so many compounds that are directly or indirectly related to this dimethyl phthalates. Why? Because all these compounds are generally used in preparation of dimethyl phthalates as a additive, and these are the general uses. That means it can be used as an antiseptic in medical field in order to remove the unwanted skin or the outer layer of the skin. So this can be used. So what are the other uses? So salicylic acid, So which is also called as a which is also which is also called as a beta hydroxy acid, and it is also called as orthohydroxy benzoic acid, and it is one of the important synthetic raw material, and it is mainly used in the dimethyl thallium and in the other organic phosphorus pesticides like isocarbophos, isophenophos, methyl intermediates, isopropyl salicylates, and rodenticides, and warfarin, kill rats. So it may be used as either intermediate or it can be directly used as antiseptic, and it is also used like a intermediate in the preparation of acetyl salicylic acid as well as on the other drugs. And it is also used as an important raw material for dyes, spices, and it is also used in the rubber industry. So I'm again repeating. So I'm telling so many uses. You need not write all these uses in the exam, and you need not remember all these uses. In order to increase or improve your general knowledge, you can know all these things. But in exam point of view, you can write at least 7 uses along with the structure. Structure is very important. People to know that structure, but don't write all the uses, all the just so you think like, so every compound is having bactericidal, fungicidal. So don't think like that, and don't write whatever you feel, because some compounds may not have that type of properties. Okay, and it may also source that you don't have any knowledge, you're just writing. So you just writing what you feel. Okay, so you people have to remember some of the important uses of any compound, and it is mainly used as a raw material of aspirin feedstocks as well as in the pesticides, aqueous mines, and phosphorus dimethyl phthalates. And it is also used in dye industry, refining, chemical reagent, etc. And it is used in the pharmaceutical industry because of its antipyretic, analgesic, anti-inflammatory, diuretic drugs. It is directly not act as an antipyretic, but this salicylic acid is one of the raw material, one of the important raw material in the preparation of acetyl salicylic acid. In turn, acetyl salicylic acid is an antipyretic, analgesic, anti-inflammatory. So because of that, it can be used for these properties. Okay, and it is also used for the azo dyes, acid modern dyes, and but also for the spices. And it is used as a complexing indicator and preservative. And this can be also used for the determination of various metals like aluminum, copper, iron, thorium, etc. And in alkali method and iodometric titration method, generally we use the fluorescence indicator. So fluorescence indicator, and for the complexometric indicators, generally we use the salicylic acid. And all these are the miscellaneous uses of the salicylic acid. So we can say that salicylic acid is one of the important compound because of its bactericidal, fungicidal properties and its keratolytic properties, and it is one of the important raw material for various drugs like acetyl salicylic acid. You have to remember all these points. And which is also mainly used in the rubber industry, and it can be also used to produce the dimethyl thallium, so which and other organic phosphorus pesticides, rodenticides, etc. And next one is benzoic acid. So benzoic acid is a organic compound, so which is having the chemical formula C6H5 and COOH, isn't it? So C6H5 is nothing but phenyl ring, and which is attached with the COH. That means what are the functional groups present in the benzoic acid? So it consists of carboxylic acid, which is attached to benzene. And this benzoic acid is called as a aromatic carboxylic acid. That means it will comes under the aromatic category, and which is a crystalline, colorless under normal conditions. And the term benzoate, so benzoic acid is nothing but only acid, but benzoate is a esters and salts of benzoic acid. And the structure of benzoic acid is, so this is the structure of benzoic acid. So in simple terms, so this is a benzene ring. So don't think like this is a complex structure. This is simply given that is this is a benzene which is attached with the COH. Okay. So benzene which is having the 6 carbons and 3 alternate bonds, and each carbon is having the hydrogen, and along with it is having the COH. That means the molecular formula of benzoic acid is C6H5COH. And the coming to the uses of benzoic acid, So this benzoic acid is also used for the dimethyl phthalate ion of the phenol. Involves the use of benzoic acid, and it is mainly used in the ointments in order to treat the fungal skin diseases, and it is used as a preservative, and it is one of the main ingredient in the cosmetic dimethyl phthalates such as lipsticks, and it is a precursor to benzoyl chloride. That means if you want to prepare any benzoyl chloride, you can prepare from the benzoic acid by uses of the proper agents like thionyl chloride. So that's why this is also a precursor to benzoyl chloride, and which is one of the components of toothpaste, mouthwash, face wash, etc. And this compound is used in the this compound is used in the manufacture of dyes and the insect repellents. And it is a compound naturally found in many plants, and it is also mainly used for the synthesis of many other organic substances. And benzoic acid is mostly found in industrial settings to manufacture a wide variety of dimethyl phthalates such as perfumes, dyes, topical medications, and insect repellents. And this benzoic acid salt, that is sodium benzoate, commonly is used as a pH adjuster. So whenever we go for any analysis, generally we need to maintain the common pH. Or whenever you are preparing any nasal drops, eye drops, you have to maintain the pH. So in order to maintain that pH, we generally use the pH adjusters. So this benzoic salt, that is sodium benzoate, is used as a pH adjuster, preservative, and it prevents. So why we are it is used as a preservative? That means it prevents the growth of any microbes, so that it will keep the food very safe. And it works by changing the internal pH of the microorganism to an acidic state. So how it will act like it will antifungal means it will, so as it is a pH adjuster, so it will modify the internal pH of the microorganism so that they will not be survive, and they may be dies. So that is the uses of the benzoic acid. Next, coming to the succinic acid. So the succinic acid is a dicarboxylic acid which is having the formula, that is CH2 twice, CO2H twice. Okay. So that is nothing but this is having the benzoic acid with two carboxylic acid groups. And the name is derived from the Latin succinum, which means amber. In living organisms, succinic acid can be taken from the succinate. So this succinate, just like oxalic acid, citric acid, this succinic acid is also found in the body metabolism, isn't it? I think you people have studied in the biochemistry, isn't it? So this succinic acid is also found in the citric acid, where it may involve in making ATP, isn't it? So I just gave some words because you people may connect with the biochemistry. Okay, so don't think like all the I already told. So organic is nothing but natural, isn't it? So organic compounds are nothing but natural compounds. So that they may be produced in plants or they may be produced in the body itself. So that's why organic fruit. What does it mean by organic fruit? So that means the fruits which are produced naturally without using any chemicals. Okay, in the same case, organic molecules or organic compounds are nothing but they are produced naturally, but they produce in a very little quantities naturally. So, in order to get the more amount, generally we go for the synthetic methods. I think you people got my words, isn't it? And which has a multiple biological roles, and which is a metabolic intermediate converted into the fumarate by using the succinate dehydrogenase. I think people got the idea, isn't it? And this is the structure of benzoic acid. So, sorry, salicylic acid. This is not aromatic acid. Sorry, this doesn't have any benzene ring. So this is a simple. So CH2, CH2, and this is COH, and this is COH, which is having the two carboxylic acid groups. And so coming to the uses, this can be precursor to polymers, resins, and solvents. And succinic acid is a precursor to some polyesters and component of some algae resins. And 1,4-butane diol. So this 1,4-butane diol. So what is the name of this compound? So total we are having the 4 carbons with 2 acids. So we can call it as a 1,4-butanoic acid, 1,4-butane dioic acid, isn't it? Dianic acid. So in the same case, if the acids are replaced with the alcohols, that is, if the acids are replaced with the OH, then this compound is called as the 1,4-butane diol. Or 1,4-butane dioic acid can be converted into 1,4-butane diol. So this 1,4-butane diol can be synthesized from this benzoic acid. So that's why we can call it as a, which is a precursor. And it is also used in the automotive and electronic industries, where it can be used to produce connectors. So indirectly it is using, why? Because this succinic acid can be used to produce butanediol, and this butanediol can be used for connectors, insulators, wheel covers in the electronic industries and the automotive industry. And it is also serves as a basis for the biodegradable polymers, okay, and which is very important in tissue engineering applications, okay. And acylation with succinic acid is leads to the formation of succinate, okay. Succination, the process is called as the succination, and over succination occurs when more than one succinate is added to the substrate. And along with the general properties, it is also used in the food and dietary supplements. So it is used as a food additive and dietary supplement, and succinic acid is generally recognized as a safe by the USFDA. And succinic acid is mainly used as a acidity regulator in food and the beverage industry, and it is available as a flavoring agent, and mainly because of its contribution to sour and the astringent taste. And as an excipient in the pharmaceutical dimethyl phthalates, which is used, and it is also used to control acidity as well as a counteragent. And drugs involving succinate include metoprolol succinate because of this. So all these drugs can be synthesized from this succinic acid, that is metoprolol succinate, sumatriptan succinate, tryptane succinate, doxylamine succinate, sulfenacin succinate, okay. And the next one is acetyl salicylic acid. So just now we have discussed. So before succinic acid, we have discussed the acetyl salicylic acid, isn't it? So acetyl salicylic acid. So what is the difference between salicylic acid and acetyl salicylic acid? So salicylic acid here, it is having the H. Okay, that means only salicylic acid is having only phenol groups as well as the acid groups. But in the case of acetyl salicylic acid, it is having the acetyl group. So what is the acetyl group? CH3COO. In spite of OH, in the place of OH, it is having the acetyl group, that is CH3COO. So acetyl salicylic acid, which is one of the important compound, and you people know that acetyl salicylic acid is nothing but aspirin. Okay, so which is having the more properties. So you can write, I think these properties of acetyl salicylic acid also can be used as a, also can be written like a uses of salicylic acid. Why? Because in the preparation of acetyl salicylic acid, this salicylic acid is used. As a precursor, we can write all these properties also, okay. And acetyl salicylic acid is belong to the group of medications, like it can be used to reduce a fever. So fever reducing agents are called as analgesics, and it can be used to reduce the, sorry, it can be used to pain reducing, that is analgesics, fever reducing antipyretics, and inflammation reduces anti-inflammatories. And it is also used to inhibit the platelet aggregation, that means it will inhibit the clot formation. So that's why it is used as a anti-clotting agents. And it also works by interfering with the dimethyl phthalate of the compound in the body, and that causes pain, fever, inflammation, and the blood clots. So dimethyl phthalate ion generally that causes several problems like pain, fever. So because of interfering with this dimethyl phthalate ion, it can be used like a antipyretic, etc. And acetylic acid, so same. It can be used for pains like lower back, neck pain, flu, common. So it is having many properties, but we are generally widely used for the that is NSAIDs, that is anti-inflammation, antipyretic, and analgesic, okay. And it is also used in the surgical and dental procedures, and it is also used to treat the rheumatic fever in combination with other medications. And because of these anti-platelet properties, it is used under the supervision of doctor. And in order to prevent the non-fatal heart attack, generally they will use this. Generally, they will use this acid acid, and it also prevents the second heart attack and reduce the risk of complications, and it will also reduce the risk of mini strokes, and it is also reduce the chemical properties of platelets for people who have had carotid artery surgery to prevent the reoccurrence of ischemic attack, and it also prevents the blood clots for people who had the total hip replacement. So during the hip replacement, they may lead to formation of clots. So in order to avoid that clots, so they generally prefer this acetyl salicylic acid, and this can be also used to treat the heart attack. So heart attack, so before going to the main cardiologist, I think you people may know, so we know that many doctors may not be available at a right time. So in order to reduce the risk, before going to the cardiologist, or before if you don't have time, they generally prefer to take the this medicine, so that they have some time and they can meet the cardiologist and they can take the proper medication. And the next compound is benzyl benzoate. So benzyl benzoate, in the name itself, it is showing that. So this is a attached with the benzene, isn't it? So one is a benzene and this is a benzoate, that is CH2 C double bond O CH3, which is attached with the benzene. So that's why this is called as a benzyl benzoate. So coming to the molecular formula, this is C65. C6H5 is for this compound. Okay. And next one is CH2O2. So CH2O2 is nothing but, what is the CH2O2? So here this is the CH2O2 and C. So COOCH2. This is COOCH2 and again C6H5. Okay. I think people got the idea on how the molecular formula is written with the help of a structure. So again, I am again repeating. So the molecular formula. So benzyl benzoate is nothing but, so this is a benzoate. So how can you say that this is a benzoate? Benzene which is attacked with the acetyl, that is CH2 C double bond O CH2 is called as acetyl group, that is a benzoate, benzoate, and which is attached with the benzene, that is phenyl ring. So what is the molecular formula? So this is a C6H5 and this is COOCH2. Okay, CO, లేదంటే otherwise you can write it like this. So this is a C6H5 and this is CH2OOC, C6H5, CH2, 2 O's and C, and another one is C6H5, and it is the ester of benzyl alcohol and benzoic acid. So whenever we link the two acid and alcohol, the combination of acid and alcohol, it will always leads to the formation of a ester, and esters only we can call it as a oat. Can you remember the IUPAC nomenclature of esters? So it forms either viscous liquid or solid flakes or has a weak sweet balsamic odor. And it occurs in number of blossoms like tuberose, hyacinth, and it's a component of balsam of Peru and Tolu balsam. And coming to the users, this is a very effective and inexpensive topical treatment for the human scabies. So you know that scabies is a skin disorder. In order to treat that scabies disorder, generally we use the benzyl benzoate, and it is having the vasodilating and spasmolytic effect, and it is mainly used in the asthma and whooping cough drugs. So it is also used as a excipient in some testosterone replacement medications for treating the hypogonadism. So you people know that hypogonadism. So gonads are nothing but that is a male reproductive organ. So malfunctioning of reproductive organs are called as a hypogonadism. So in order to treat, we generally use the Nebudo. So in that, one of the excipient is the this benzyl benzoate, and it is also used as a topical acaricide. Acaricide is nothing but which is used to kill mites and the ticks. Scabicide is nothing but in order to treat the scabies, and pediculicide is nothing but which is used to kill the lice in veterinary hospitals. And all these are the medical uses, isn't it? And coming to the non-medical, this benzyl benzoate is used as a repellent for ticks. mosquitoes and chiggers, and it is also used as a dye carrier and solvent for cellulose derivatives, plasticizer, and fixative in the perfume industry. And next one is dimethyl phthalates. So dimethyl phthalates is an organic compound with a molecular formula of C2H3O2 twice and C6H4. So you people know that from the initial acid onwards, we are telling about this dimethyl phthalate, isn't it? So now the compound is came. So what is a dimethyl phthalate? So which is organic compound with the molecular formula of C2H3. So this is C2 and this is H3 and this is O. So which means C2H3O2 twice and which is having the C6H4. And the methyl ester of phthalic acid, it is a colorless liquid and that is soluble in the organic compound. And this is the methyl ester. Why? Because so up to this compound we can call it as a phthalic acid, and this is a methyl ester of phthalic acid, and it is colorless liquid and which is soluble in organic solvents. And dimethyl solid is used as a insect repellent for mosquitoes and flies, and it is also a ectoparasiticide. So ecto is nothing but outside, endo is nothing but inner side, ecto is outer side parasites. So outer side parasites, so the parasites which is living outside the body can be attacked with with the help of this dimethyl phthalate, and has many other uses and including in solid rocket propellants and plastics. So generally this dimethyl phthalate, so you can see the structure. Because of this structure only, this dimethyl phthalates can be prepared from either salicylic acid or so this dimethyl phthalate can be used as one of the powerful insect repellent and in order to kill the parasites, and it's also used in the solid rocket propellants and plastics, and it is used as a plasticizer for cellulose acetate, polyvinyl fluoride coating repellent agents as well as the solvents. And dimethyl phthalate is a rodenticide rat poison, and so as it is a rat poison, it can be used as a rat poison, and it is used in the it is one of the ketone intermediate, and it is also used as one of the important solvent. And this dimethyl phthalate is a plasticizer for variety of resins having the strong dissolving power and is compatible with the various variety of cellulose resins like rubber, vinyl resins, etc. And it is mainly used for forming a good film forming character, adhesion, and water resistance, and it is usually used with the diethyl phthalate. So we are discussing about the dimethyl phthalate. Here we have having the two methyl groups. So what about diethyl phthalates? So diethyl phthalates where we can use in the cellulose estate films, varnish, transparent paper, molding powder, etc. And a small amount of dimethyl phthalate is used as a cellulose dimethyl phthalate ion, and dimethyl phthalate can also be used as a nitrile rubber plasticizers with good resistance to cold dimethyl phthalates. Okay, and the dimethyl phthalates can be mixed with the other plasticizers, and it can overcome the high volatility and the low temperature crystallization and other shortcomings. And this dimethyl phthalates is used as a DEET oil, which is a crude oil, and it is also used in the DDT solvents. You know, DDT is one of the mosquito killing agent generally used in our areas, and the dimethyl phthalate is also used as a chromatography stationary phase.